Hello everybody! Welcome to Agashi Review, where I review movies, dramas that you don't want to waste your time watching. I'll give you a synopsis, shorts review, along with my thoughts and opinions. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Now let's go into the review. Hello everybody, Agashi here. So till the end of the moon has come to an ending, and I told you guys that I was gonna do an ending review. Well, guess what? Like, my prediction was all wrong in here. Honestly, in my opinion, I'm at a 50-50 of the drama, that it ended good and it covered everything, but like at the same time I felt that it was rushed, and then finding out that it was rushed because like some of the stuff was cut off and everything like that. So I was just kind of like, but you know, it's okay. It still was a good drama. I really enjoyed it. I feel like some parts were wasted and was not necessary, but it is what it is. But I left you guys off at when they were coming back from the dream world of Shangju and Mingye. I love them, and that I'm like, why can't it be that story? But anyways, but from here on out, Shiwoo does get a bit annoying because she's going back and forth of whether like her feelings and everything of like completing her duties and at the same time in love with Jin. So she's kind of like, she does all she can because she needs like the 9 needle to pierce his heart, but it keeps getting shattered or disappear as like things happens or occurs to them. So she's not like completing it. She's like, oh my gosh, I need to like kind of like hurry this up. But Xiaoling's at war right now with Jin, and he sends Bichun back to the palace, and he goes off to a war. Eventually, the emperor, Xiaoling's dad, blackmailed, threatens Jin, took his mom's like cremated bones, destroy it. It caused Jin to kill the emperor. Now they're like at war and everything. Xiaoling loses, and he learned that Bichun never loved him. It's all power related, and it's kind of like things kind of go sideways for her, and we learned that like couple years ago she gained a second love thread, so she wasn't lovable. Nobody cared about her. I'm sorry, but I totally hate her, but nobody cared about her. And so the second love thread that she was able to retrieve belongs to Penren. That's what makes guys so liking her so much, and she captured Xiaoling's attention. So Penren's loved one died in battle, and he ran into Bichun by accident, asking her to return the love thread. Bichun did not deliver and took it into herself instead. That's why Penren doesn't have any feelings, or she doesn't have love. She can't love Qingyu back. Jin took it out of Bichun, returned to Penren. Xiaoling hears the truth about Bichun, doesn't love him. Regardless, he loves her not because she has 2 love threads. He actually did fall in love with her, whether she had it or not, you know. So Shiwoo now needs to side with Xiaoling and end her mission. Eventually things go sideways. She gets controlled by Jin, and she ends up killing Xiaoling. Her grandmother is poisoned and died, and she gets blamed for everything, but it's all Bichun's doing. Shiwoo wakes up and she doesn't know anything that happened. Everything is just a mess, and she just kind of like, okay, you know, that's it, I'm gonna end all of this. So she goes back to Jin. She tells him she wants to marry him, she wants to become his queen, she loves him, and boom, that created all the 9 needles that she needed. Like, that's all it needed for him to win his heart and everything like that. So on their wedding night, Shiwoo kills Jin, but she was only able to get 6 needles stabbed into his heart. She gets caught, thrown to jail. She's ready to die, but he loves her so much he would not let her die. She's tortured until she's like, you know, he loves her too much. He just refuses to. He's just gonna let her go through it, and eventually wait, hopefully crossing finger, that she would apologize and come back to him. Eventually the truth comes out. Bichun tries to kill Shiwoo, and they'll learn that she was eventually killing the grandma and Jin, and she used but it made it look like Shiwoo did it. Shiwoo is now in a coma. Eventually she wakes up. She learns that she needs, like in her dream, she learns that she needs to exchange the evil bone with her divine essence to complete her mission, and she starts to like cultivate, build up all these energy and stuff like that, so that she can do that. Ming eventually attacks, invades Jin Kingdom. He uses Bichun and Shiwoo against Jin. When Jin was waking up Shiwoo from her coma, he had a bracelet where the scholar Pang gave it to him, and as long as one lives, the other will continue to live. So as long as he lives, Shiwoo will live, or Shiwoo lives, he will live, vice versa. So now he doesn't know, so he's like, you know, I'm gonna save Bichang to make it so they don't know that the woman I love is Shiwu. Well, you know, things swap here. She swaps the evil bone. She breaks the bracelets for between her and him. Her life ends, and you know that was already it for her. She's dead already. When she was in the coma, she was dead. He just woke her up, like gave her a partial of his life. Not accepting her death, Taizajin kind of goes crazy. He wants to die and do all this stuff. Chiyu tells him to stop, like, my sister is dead, move on. Everything is just a mess from here on out. And Taizajin needs to come back and be the king, but, you know, he decides to die with her. He burns her body and his body. Both bodies are dead and everything. A note is left behind by Taizajin that Chiyu is the next emperor. Well, he changes history. He's not a royal people. Taizajin didn't leave an heir behind or anything like that. He's basically the only person alive in all the families. You know, his two sisters died. His family got killed. All of that. Taizajin is dead and everything. So Chiyun made like history change, and to sit at the royal throne or whatever like that, they had to wear a golden mask because obviously he's not, and he's immortal now because Perrin, when he was about to on the edge of dying, Perrin swaps her powers with him, and he continues to live and she dies. So he's now immortal and alone. Well, Shiwu wakes up and she's back home in the immortal realm, and she is Li Susu again. Everything's changed. The demon god can never attack like it did in the beginning. She changed history and everything, and apparently what happened in the beginning of the first episode never happened, and what happened when she woke up was basically she got attacked and she just went into recovery mode, and now she's all better. She has her memory of everything of the past, but nobody does. And she meets like the little girl that she helped like long beginning, Yu Yingxing, who was saved by her, and that girl is now a student of the immortal realm, all these things like that, you know. She meets Xiangling again, and whatever his name is in up there, she's like, I can't love you the same anymore, because she did have feelings for him, but you know, she fell in love with Taizajin, and seeing him, it's all different now, you know. So everything is just different, but everyone is happy. Everything is kind of stored back to normal, but she has the evil bone inside her. She has to get rid of it. Taizajin isn't dead. Nian Buyi, whatever. Baiyu takes him to the underworld where they can open the door, and it only opens every 500 years, and he can go retrieve Shiwu's spirit back. So he ends up in this world for 400 years, and he eventually resurfaces into the mortal realm, taking in as a student named Chang Jimin, and he does everything, and like he trying to leave, trying to go find Shiwu, and he ends up meeting Xiangling again. Xiangling doesn't know who he is, and he learns that, you know, he can eventually revive Shiwu's spirit and everything. And right now, with all the powers and everything, and all the books and everything, spells he can learn. So during this time, he kind of just learns and builds up his powers and everything again. And there's a battle between these demon people trying to revive the demon god. Shiwu and Taizajin meets again as Li Shushu and Chang Jinmin, and she acts like she doesn't know him, and she's like a whole different person. But you know, like he talks to her, he tells her they meet again when they were in Mingye and Shangju, and he tells her about the story, and she kind of just like, okay, whatever. And after he finished, like, it diverts her attention. He goes, let's go meet Xiangling, and she goes, let's go. And he's like, his name is not Xiangling in this realm, you know. So that's when he knows, like, you are Shiwu and you do have all your memories just as me, but you're just avoiding him. But eventually avoiding each other, eventually we learn about her, and she learns that she's Chen Huang's daughter. She meets her real father, who's trying to become a demon god. He's a bad guy. Many things happens. Li Susu decides to go cultivate the heartless path to not love anymore, so she can eventually get rid of this evil bone in her. And eventually the truth comes out. Everybody learns that Chumun is actually Taizajin, destined to be the demon god. He's tortured. Susu comes in to rescue, reveals that she was sent back 500 years ago to stop him, which she did. He is pure and a sincere mortal. He has like nothing to do with the demon god. So they get back together. Everything is kind of like normal set, and then her dad is trying to like get the evil bone out of her, and then eventually they're gonna get married. But the demon finds him, takes him to the underworld. He meets the demon god, who is going to become into his body to start the process. And he realized that as long as there's disaster in all the 3 realms from 4 continents, like how they call, the devil god will always live off of it. So he I like to call him Taitaijin. He has to put an end to this. So he plans to become the demon god and kills himself so that no more exists, and he puts peace into everything. So faking everything into the end, he marries Susu to be his queen in the demon world. At the end of the battle, they actually end up battling. She learns why she was chosen in the first place to do all these things with him, because in the beginning, how she was like, she's told that she's chosen, she doesn't understand why. Well, she learns that she's like the phoenix of Nirvana, and she learns that Taijin never wanted war, never wanted to be a demon god, because if she changed history, she changed him. He was always listening to her. He never went up against anything she said. Eventually, he did it for the sake of the people and peace for everything, you know. So she was wrong all along, and she never saw how sincere his heart was. So she brings him into the world she's in, where she's like this powerful god. She takes the evil bone out of him, seal it for good this time, and before he dies, he's gonna die, but she can't let him die. And so she's like, you know, I have so much to say, but I promise you, let's meet again and I will tell you everything, you know. So he eventually he's gonna kill himself. She knows that already, and it's gonna be the end of it for him. He places the heart protecting scale into her, and he destroys his soul. So with his soul gone, no more demon god, the world is at peace now. And Susu wakes up, and she's actually at the Jin Kingdom, where Taitaijin has already left his tombstone thingy, stone, whatever. He engraved it, the husband of Li Susu. So he knew what he was doing. He planned everything. He was going to use his life to just end it all and save the world and bring peace to everything, you know. So he was kind of just like faking things with her and all stuff like that, kind of like sharing one last moment with her. Like before, during their wedding, he took her to like share everything of like the past together, like how, you know, how we first met and things would have been different, we loved each other, all these things like that. Well, 500 years later, the mortal world and the mortal, like the mortal and immortal realm is peaceful, and like everything is wonderful, great, no demon god whatsoever. Li Susu actually has a daughter, and then she brings her daughter to the Mohe River, where she tells her daughter about how a little story about a princess, a clan princess, and the god of war. And the daughter couldn't, like, she was just like so amazed, like, oh, I want to meet this god of war. And like she's like, how's my dad like? The mom's kind of like, you know, like that, you know, because it's just their story time and everything. And she smiles, and she's just like quietly watch the river. She brings out the heart scales, and eventually she meets like Taitaijin again. Well, that ends it for us. Honestly, a lot of things cut short, so it didn't get to as much as we expected to. Honestly, in my opinion, I thought that because, you know, there was like, they were reincarnating, meeting each other, I was hoping that Penran and Xingyu was gonna meet again eventually, but they didn't, because when it went to the current time again, where she's Li Susu and he becomes Chen Jinmin, like Bichang and Xiangling meets again, you know, they meet again. She's like, she's evil now, you know, but they meet again, you know, and she's like in love with him again. But it's like they all get to meet again, but Penran and Xingyu didn't get to meet. And then obviously I felt like a lot of time was wasted when she was just trying to obtain her 9 needles. It was a lot of time wasted there. It was kind of just like back and forth. So I was like kind of but the beginning started out really well. It really hyped you up, it got you all going. And like I said, I loved it when they went into the dream world, where they became Shangzhu and Mingye. That was like my favorite segment right there. I like enjoyed it. I love that segment, and it was so well done. And it's like, oh, why couldn't they just keep it that way? But I still love them as Xingwu and Taitaijin, and all that. But so far it was a very good drama. I was hoping that my prediction was correct, that they both became like the demon god and everything. He became the demon god and she became his queen. It would have been, my opinion, would have been better. But you know, I mean, the whole point is trying to end it all for the demon god to not come back, and he realized it and he was not gonna let it happen, because thanks to her making the changes in history, he was not gonna become one, and he fell in love with her, so it changed his heart, you know. But yeah, that was like the review of it. And like in the first review, I told you guys that I was ordering the bracelets, and it actually came in and I got a free gift, so I was very excited about it. I was like, wow, like it came faster than I expected. Obviously it arrived, but I just never got a chance to, you know, review it and show it to you guys. But I got a little free gift. I don't know what it is. I'll eventually open it and figure it out, but it's like their faces, you guys can see that. So I don't know what it is. I haven't opened it, haven't got a chance to open it. But the bracelet came in. I ordered 3. I didn't get a chance to open it and take a look at it either. They came in and I could just kind of like put it to the side to kind of just like get a chance to open it with you guys. But this is I think it's Shiwu. Yeah, this one is Shiwu's bracelet. So from what I was reviewing and looking at everything, apparently it's just those stretchy ones. It's stretchy, if you guys can see it there. Yeah, so it's just stretchy, so it's not like it doesn't have any clip or anything, but it's very, I really like it. It's really nice, and it has all the dingling and everything. It's also blurry, you guys can't see it, but yeah. And right here the writing is this Shiwu's name on there, so it's actually really nice. It's really cute. I will eventually find time to wear it so that my son does not pull it. But this one is Shiwu's bracelet, and I got, it's weird, well, obviously this drama is obviously about Taijin, so he has like multiple bracelet, but like everybody else gets like one, you know, and he has like multiple. So I got the other one with, this one is Taijin and this one is Mingye, and there's one when he's Shinju Ming as well too, but those came out later. By the time I ordered these, so I was kind of like, whatever, it's okay. And I was debating whether I wanted Xiaoming's bracelet too or not, but I'm like, it's okay, you know. I kind of got the ones I wanted, and thankfully to the person that was selling it, apparently like everybody was like kind of like out of stock, and I was like, hey, do you have these? Because I think she only had the Shinwoo left one, and I was like, I kind of, and the Shinwoo and the Taijin, and I wanted the Mingye one, so I'm like, do you still have it? She goes, oh yeah, I got new stocks, I'll put it up. So but this one is Taijin. If you guys can see it, it's for Taijin's name is right here. So each of the bracelet has their name on there. Yeah, and it has like dingling piece, and the colors kind of like resemble them, of what they are and how they're like dressed in the drama, their character and all that. And then this is Mingye's bracelet. It's actually really nice. This one actually like really looked carefully at it, so it has like this part is a little bit like, it helps it's not all bead on this one right here. It has all the little dingling right there, and right here you guys can see it says Mingye right there, the god of war. My Chinese is really bad, but that's what it says right there. So yeah, but yeah, the color all resembles them. So I'm like, it's just sad how they didn't like make like other ones for like Shinwoo's character, like when she was Changju or Lee Susu, you know. So they were all basically, they were all just Taijin's character, but it's okay, I got them. And you know, there's the umbrella. I'm debating if I want the umbrella, but it's so hot here. No rain anymore. And like it's like there's like only 2 types of umbrella. One of the umbrella is like the 7 gods when he's like Mingye with all the other gods, and one of them was just like straight up Taijin, so it's like all dark, and I'm like, I don't want to be walking around with a dark umbrella, and the other one looks all weird and everything. I'm like, I don't want to walk around with that, so I'm like, it's okay. But yeah, I got their bracelet, like how I told you guys that they're coming in. They're really pretty. Hopefully I get to wear them where my son won't pull on it. Pulls on these all the time, so he won't pull on it. So you guys will probably see in other reviews, other videos and everything of me wearing it. If you guys want to get it, let me know. I'll show you guys where to get it. I mean, I told my sister where to get it. No promotion here. It's just crazy fan collecting all these things. But yeah. But that is the ending review till the end of the moon. If you guys have not seen it, do check it out. I know a lot of you guys are not satisfied with the ending, but you know, I liked it. It was good, and after finding out that a lot of things was cut off, okay, kind of makes sense why we didn't kind of really get what we wanted, but it's okay. It was a good drama. I give it a B out of all of it, a B rating. But yeah, that's it for today's drama review, the ending review of Till the End of the Moon, and that's it for today, and I'll see you guys next time.